What's going on, YouTube? Another day, Saturday, and this is the first video for me for 2019. Too close. You're invading my personal space. If any of you have been following me on Instagram, and I know a couple of you do, you know that I've been doing some carving. Where'd he go? There he is. He fell down. Doing this guy here. This guy's kind of a failed attempt, but I'll keep working on him. Carving spoons, knocked him down again. What are you going to do with a drunken sailor? Spoons. And I got a whole bunch of basswood planks, and I started carving another one. Started following a guy by the name of Doug Outside. I always get his name wrong. I always want to call him Doug Outdoors, but Doug Outside. Been doing a lot of carving. I've checked out a lot of other carvers as well, but I couldn't follow them as well as I can Doug. Not that there's anything wrong with the way they're teaching. It's just the way that I have a tendency to focus on certain aspects. So I'm just out here carving away. My plans have changed a couple of times on this one already, and they have a tendency to change. This guy here, I need to finish him up. Put that down. I broke his pipe. Had him in my pocket, broke his pipe, so I need to, it's too short. So now I need to make him another one. I think the pipe was too big as well, so I'm gonna have to do something different about that. But this guy here changed like about 3 or 4 times. His chin was way bigger, and his mouth was different, and I need to do some more work to him. But like I said, I changed up my mind a couple of times on him, and a couple of things didn't work out the way I wanted to work out. And when I first did his hat, it was a flat brim and more of a bowler type hat. Keep him in focus, or keep him in frame. But he's changed up a whole bunch since I started him yesterday and played around with him. I broke his hat, so I had to re-glue it. I'm about, I'd say about 90–95% done with him. I still need to clean up some stuff and finish some little bit of carving on him. Clean him up a little bit. And he should be ready for paint. Not today. When I get around to painting him. I'm going to get a couple more carved up before I do any more painting, because it's a pain in the butt to get all the paints out and set everything up and clean it up after you paint one, and then put everything away, and then have another one carved and have to get everything back out. And so I think the plan is for 2019, carve a few of them up, clean them up, get them to where I want them. And what that does is it gives me a chance to make sure that they're the way I want them, and then paint a whole bunch of them at one time. I'm not planning on doing any tutorials. That's not what the channel's about. Because who knows? I may not continue doing this just the way I am. Having fun with it, having a blast, carving things up, making sawdust, wood chips. Hey, confetti, New Year's, and now I got them down my shoes. I just come out here and whittle and play around. Helps me to relax. Gives me something to do. most of the things I want to do cause too much noise, makes too much noise, and at 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody else is trying to sleep, that's not really a good idea. So I'm going to try to continue the whittling and carving. I need to get some books. Following along with Doug outside is good. He gives me a lot of ideas. This guy here was inspired by a couple of Doug's carvings, but it's not a direct copy of Doug's carvings. A lot of differences. If he chimes in, he'll tell you. But am I in frame? Yep, well, let me go. Get up there. So, for 2019, I didn't make any resolutions because I'm never good at keeping resolutions. So the only resolution that I ever make in the new year is not to make a resolution. And I have no problem keeping that. So, like I said, if you've been following me on Instagram, you've seen a bunch of stuff. The wood, the spoons, the figures, the carving knives. This is the Old Timer 24 OT. It's a pocket carving knife with 6 blades, straight blades, curved blades, chisels. I'm going to cut myself. And I want to do a comparison video with the Flex Cut. I better put that down or I'm going to cut myself. I've already cut my thumbs up quite a bit. I need to get me some carving gloves. And this is the Splinter. Well, no, the Old Timer is the Splinter. This is the Carving Jack by Flex Cut. Lucky enough to have a friend of mine that let me borrow his so that I could check it out and compare it with the Splinter, the Old Timer. I've got some issues with the Carving Jack, and I'll go over those hopefully in a video soon comparing the two. I also have issues with the Old Timer, but the issues with the Old Timer are not as bad as the issues that I have with this more expensive Carving Jack. This is made in the United States. This is made in China. But all of that is for a later video. And like I said, if you've been following me on Instagram, I've made that promise. I'm going to try to keep it. But just been whittling, just been carving, playing around. Not really, I mean, all I've been doing is working 6 days a week. Fortunately, after the holidays, things slowed down a whole bunch, and so I managed to get 2 days off back to back. Haven't had to work, so I need to work. I got bills to pay. I got a lot of bills to pay. I want to get the a couple of carving books, but my wife has asked me to hold off, and I understand why. Her birthday's coming up. I want to do something for her, and I don't need to be spending money on carving books. I think I'm doing pretty good, but my problem is I have a tendency to get stuck in a rut, doing the same old thing over and over and over again. I want to get some different ideas on ways to do different things, and I definitely want to learn how to carve eyes. But I'm going to hold off. My wife has asked me to, and I respect her wishes, which is good. Yeah. Like I said, though, all I'm doing is coming out here, turning on my heater in the morning, whittling up a couple of things, or just cleaning up something, and relaxing after a hard day's work and having fun at it. Again, let's see how long that goes. I have a tendency to get distracted. It's called ADHD. Update video, just let you know what I'm doing on 2019. Same as 2018. Hopefully I'll be able to get more videos out. It's just been hard for me to nail down exactly what it is I want to do, because I've got a whole bunch of ideas in my head, and it's just they vie for supremacy, I guess you would say. But I need to do more spoons, need to do more carving, need to do more videos. I need to do a lot of things. But I'm going to cut it out for right now. Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a good year. Hope everybody's going to have a good 2019. And I will talk to you all later. All right? Bye.